And police in Lansing, Michigan are apologizing now after a 12-year-old boy was put in handcuffs in what they are calling an unfortunate case of wrong place, wrong time. Tashawn Bernard was taking out the garbage last week as police were searching for a car theft suspect they say was wearing clothes very similar to what Tashawn was wearing. Police handcuffed the 12-year-old and placed him in the back of a patrol car. He was ultimately released once they realized their mistake. Joining us now is Tashawn's father, Michael Bernard, and attorneys for Michael and Tashawn, Rico Neal and Ayana Neal. Thank you all for being here. Michael, I'd like to start with you. First and foremost, how is your son after this, and what has changed for him since then, if anything?
He's been himself, Last night he had some anxiety, but pretty much he's hanging in there. We haven't seen any signs of behavior that is new or anything like that. So I think he's doing pretty good right now.
Well, that is certainly good to hear. So Rika and Ayana, I know you've previously said apologize and make sure this doesn't happen again in the community. The police department has since apologized. Do you think that's enough for Tashawn and Michael? And if not, what else would you like to see being done here?
Thank you. No, we do not feel that the apology was enough. We find that the apology that was extended by the city and by the mayor was a very underhanded and insensitive apology. As indicated by you when you started this story, they put out an initial apology saying that this was an unfortunate incident of a 12-year-old child being in the wrong place at the wrong time. My client was not in the wrong place at the wrong time. He was at home doing the chores that was asked of him by his father. Furthermore, the statement put out by the mayor where he said my client was wearing the exact same clothing as the suspect in which they were searching for is categorically untrue and false. The clothing, while the shorts may have been similar, the shoes and the shirt in itself was a totally different color than the white shirt, which you see depicted in the image. The shirt that my client was wearing was a light gray or a light bluish color shirt. So no, we are not satisfied with the apology. It's more of a underhanded apology and an attempt by the city to simply sweep this under the rug.
And Tashawn has absolutely been traumatized by the situation. He's indicated he doesn't want to go outside, he doesn't want to take the trash out, and he doesn't want to check the mail.
So what more would you like to see done? And in a minute, I'd like to get to that side-by-side photo there. But to start, what would you like to see done?
We like to see, first of all, they still have the Facebook posting up where they juxtapose the image of my client, this 12-year-old child, side by side with the suspect that they were allegedly looking for. In that side-by-side photograph, you can see there's an obvious height difference, which they have appeared to have raised the photograph of our client to make him appear taller, to make him appear more along the same height of the suspect. They've juxtaposed the shirt that he's wearing to make that shirt appear to be white when in fact it is not. And you can see from that side-by-side photograph that the individual, the suspect, appears to be a lot more mature, either a young man or a grown man, in comparison to my client, who is a 12-year-old child. As indicated, Tashawn continues to be traumatized by this incident. You ask what more. What needs to happen next? This is something that will affect Tashawn for the rest of his life, potentially, while the officers that were involved and put him through this trauma, they continue to go to work. Let's take some accountability by the police department. Let's see what disciplinary actions have happened with those people involved that traumatized our client in this particular matter. Are they still going to work? Have they been suspended? Have they been disciplined? Why are they not? Have they been terminated? We want to know these things. What is the city doing to rectify this with everyone involved? Because the effects on this will last on my client for a lifetime.
Yes, we want accountability, transparency, and justice in this matter. So we would love to see some funding as it relates to Tashawn needing to attend therapy. We are looking at any and all legal options for Tashawn. And additionally, it would behoove the Lansing Police Department for them to have some cultural training as it relates to interacting with parents and different individuals in the Lansing community.
All right, we will have to leave it there. Thank you all, Michael, Rico, and Inea. Really appreciate your analysis and joining us today.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.